When you have a lot to do you get so overwhelmed that you end up doing nothing? Well, I know that happens to me more than I'd like to admit. You just freeze up and check out. Well, it can happen to me when I let my to-do list get too long. And I've seen it happen when someone decides to deal with their financial lives for the first time. So it's so overwhelming that they have so much to do, they end up doing nothing. So when you've got a very long to-do list for your financial life, it doesn't always matter where you start. Sometimes it just matters that you start. Job number one is to slow down and chill out. The more wound up you get about all that you've got to do, the less you'll actually get done. If you're facing a very long financial to-do list, give this a try. Get out 12 sheets of paper. At the top of one, write August or whatever month you start in. At the top of the next, write September. At the top of the next, write October, and so on. Now, take your first month, the August sheet, put it on top, and write on the next line, property and casualty insurance. Now, I know you've got a ton to do, but for the month of August, you're only going to do this one thing, property and casualty insurance. Next on your current or your August property and casualty insurance sheet, start a list. Number one on the list is call my agent. Set a review appointment. Okay, that wasn't too hard. For number two, you can write this statement, quote, if the bad thing happens and I could buy insurance the next day after the bad thing happened, how much insurance would I buy? End quote. The reason that you buy insurance is in case a bad thing happens. A car wreck, a house burns, my kid runs over a grandma with his skateboard. So why not buy the amount of coverage that you'd be satisfied with in the event that bad thing occurred? Anyway, it's a good conversation to have with your agent. A competent professional agent can help you work through these decisions. I honestly don't see how people can do this online, even if 15 minutes does save you 15%. But what if you have to make a claim and discover that your savings came as a result of lousy or inadequate coverage? Well, okay, that was August. You have a whole sheet of financial planning things to do, and yet you only got one done. But it was a big one. It was an important one because you focused on it. You got it done right. Cool. Doesn't that feel good? Now, let's pull out the next sheet. And this one is for the next month, or let's say September. At the top of it, write wills, as in that legal document that tells everyone what to do when you die. I bet you know what number one is going to be. Call a lawyer. You got the idea? Well, what if you committed to doing just one financial thing each month for the next 12 months? Well, your list may look different from mine, but here's what you might accomplish. Property and casualty review. Wills drafted. Disability insurance updated. Life insurance done. Debt reduction plan designed. Savings plan started. Retirement plan reviewed. Investments reviewed. Tax planning done for next year. Long-term care insurance reviewed. Savings plan for dream vacation designed. And I'll even give you a month off to rest and do nothing. It's amazing what you can do if you'll stop trying to do everything and just do one thing at a time. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.